Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Alex back with another Clash of Clans video. And just the other day, a subscriber by the name of Anxiety Free Leaf asked if I could make a video showing off some Town Hall 12 bases that you guys could use. So I said, sure, let's check this out. I actually think this is a great idea because Town Hall 13 is just around the corner, so these layouts should carry all of you guys through until the December update. And let me just say that these bases they're seriously sick. Like, I mean, if I had to pick one word to describe them, they're so nutly. So anyway, the link to each of the base designs will be in the description and numbered based on the order that they're shown in the video. And the first one that we're going to take a look at is actually the one that I had on screen earlier. This base is one that splits the emphasis of the eagle and the town hall on opposite ends of the base, behind several layers of walls, making it kind of difficult to take out both at the same time, so the attacker is forced to commit to one side, generally making it really difficult to triple. A lot of times actually people only end up with one star because they try and attack from the eagle side. This is exactly what happened in this particular replay, because as you're going to see, this defense is going to result in just a single star because the attacker tried to attack from the eagle side. The town hall was just way too far on the other end of the base for him to get to it, to get through all those walls. His archer queen could not shoot over all those walls. The attacker in this replay tried to gain access to the eagle using 4 earthquake spells, and what ended up happening, unfortunately for him, is that his units split up onto both ends of the base because there's no walls and everything is very close together, so it very easily drags the AI towards either side. So now that his units have split up, it looks kind of doomed for him. There's only a minute left in the replay, as you can see. All he really has left is his archer queen and his grand warden. He uses the queen ability right there. He has his warden ability still. He's saving it for God knows what, maybe those eagle shots that are never going to rain down. But his queen's going to move into the base now and going to get locked onto by that single target inferno. At the same time, he uses his warden ability to try and shield some of those archers and those skeletons from the Giga Tesla shots, which, since it has a 10 tile radius, it can shoot over those walls. So after 50%, it does become very deadly and very difficult to get into that compartment. So now with only 30 seconds left, I'm going to end up speeding up the replay, and you're going to see that this attacker ends at 1 star, 68%. So I think this is a really great base, especially for lower level Legend League. Let's move right into the next one. Okay, so we're going to be moving right into the second base. This is going to be listed as base number 2 in the description, and this is actually me doing a friendly challenge on myself. And I mean, I really did try. This is going to be, I tried a couple of times on this base, but probably like 10 or so times, and this is the highest percent that I could get on this base. I could not 3-star it at all. I'm sure there's a way, but I couldn't do it. So anyway, I'm going to start off with the funnel. I used a wizard to clear the laboratory, and then I used a bowler on the elixir collector to bowler bounce onto this mortar, and we took that out. And now I'm going to start with my warden walk. I'm using the P.E.K.K.A smash. So I drop a balloon to test, and I drop my 5 healers on my warden. So we're moving in now. The warden's just doing his thing. He's making a funnel. And at the same time, while he's taking out that wizard tower, because that should conclude the funnel, I'm going to drop my king down here and a baby dragon onto the storage just to speed it up. And I drop my jump, and I drop all my P.E.K.K.A and all my bowlers and my queen. So now they have no choice but to go towards this jump spell. There is a lava hand in the clan cast, so I drop a poison on that. I probably could have used it on the defending queen, but that's alright. So now I'm going to drop my second jump spell, drop some rage, freeze the queen and the eagle. Use the warden ability because that eagle did get 2 shots off. And I'm going to use my rage spell on my bowlers on the town hall, and another rage spell on where I see my grand warden is, with a couple other bowlers and some P.E.K.K.A. So we're going to take down the town hall. We're going to drop the stone slammer. It's going to go down south. It's going to take out that air defense, and it has balloons inside, so it's going to pop. And I'm going to hold on to that haste spell. So now my queen is just jumping around in the center of the base, and we have these healers on all my P.E.K.K.A, healing them back up to full. And my warden's getting targeted, so it's getting healed now that he walked out of the range of that cannon. So now my queen is using her ability, taking out that center compartment, taking out the cannons right around that center compartment where the eagle was, taking out the expos, and now all that's left is a few defenses on this northern side of the base. But I mean, the percentage doesn't really matter, because if it's a triple or if it's not a triple is what matters. So if it's not a 3-star, even if you get 99%, really, like, it does not matter, because it's not a 3-star. So I haste up the balloons here as soon as they get over this archer tower, and it takes out that cannon too, and it flies in and takes out another cannon. But the air defense and the multi and the 3 arch towers that are still standing there are just too much. So now the healers are just walking around healing everything back to full. I still have 3 P.E.K.K.A. I have a baby dragon, which is going down now, and my warden is full health, and 1 bowler and 1 archer. So as you can see, there's 30 seconds left. I used the entire 3 minutes of time on this raid. I'm going to just speed it up here at the end. And, I mean, really, it was close, right? I'm going to end at, I think, 88%, something like that. So it looks close, but just look at how many defenses, like, all that damage is still up. And I have nothing, like, my healers are dead at that point. The air defense took them out. There's nothing I can do. The P.E.K.K.A. are just going to beat on that wall, and they would have died anyway, even with more time. There's just too many walls left to get through. So that's base number 2. I think that's a really great one. I think this one's actually better than the first one, so that's a bonus for you for sticking around towards the second base. And yeah, try that one out. Let me know how it works for you in the comment section below, and let's get to the third base. Hey, so we're jumping straight into base number 3 here, and as you can see, I am doing a friendly challenge on myself once again. I did yet again practice on this base probably a dozen or so times, maybe more than that, and of course I know where all the traps are. So the way this base is structured, especially for Legend League, where you don't want to be getting 1 stars, because if it's Clan Wars, you could obviously just have someone else attack the base a second time after you figure out where everything is or what works and what doesn't. But for Legend League, you really don't have that luxury. So you're going to try and want to take out this Town Hall. You might try and do a Queen Walk around this area, which I tried several times. And that just really doesn't work. There's no way you're going to get a 3-star doing that. So what I did was I took out this compartment over here with a baby dragon and some balloons, and then I dropped my Queen Walk at the top, and I funneled my king into the top from this section, and I dropped all my bowlers and my P.E.K.K.A. behind it. So I'm jumping in here. I jumped into the base from the start, and then I jumped this compartment so that I could get into this compartment with this Inferno Tower, into the Eagle, into these Expos, and I dropped some Rage and some Freeze, and my Poison Spell. There's the Freeze on that Inferno Tower because it was taking out my bowlers. And that one actually did end up going down, but my queen is going to end up taking out the multi-target. So I drop another rage to push myself through the section with the Expos, take out all 4 Expos, and I drop a haste spell when my siege machine pops. So now we took out the Town Hall, and you see there's a minute 20 left, and I still have a good amount of healers, but these lava pups are going to town on me because I have nothing left on that side of the base that can take them down. And on the other side, I have 1 healer on my queen, who is bashing on a wall, and she's going to go in there. I still have her ability. I'm going to try and save it as long as I can, and then we're going to try and use it after she gets through the wall. So she gets through the wall, and I pop the ability as soon as the Arch Tower locks on, take out the Inferno Tower in 2 shots, take out the air defense, take out the Archer Tower, and now I have bowlers and P.E.K.K.A.s moving around this side of the base. I have no more healers, and I just have the lava pups that are taking out my king and my P.E.K.K.A. and eventually my bowlers. I have 1 healer here that was on my queen, retarget onto my Grand Warden because my queen went down, and she is healing my Grand Warden back to full. There is also an air skeleton that I'm going to try and drop an archer on, but it really doesn't work. So as you can see, even after several attempts and knowing where all the traps are, it is really, really difficult to get a 3-star on this base right here. I mean, anyone in Legend League really is going to have a tough time with this one. Clan Wars, after a few attempts, maybe they'll have an easier time, but definitely a great one for Legend League. I recommend you try it out. So in the interest of saving time, I'm actually not going to show a replay for a defense for this layout. It actually is one that even Clash of Clans themselves tweeted out one time. It was I think it was like a World Championship base, something like that. But it is one that I use. I know that because it's out there on the internet. I mean, after this video, all of these bases are going to be on the internet technically. So I figured there's enough content on this base already out there probably, and I'll just share the replay with you guys because it is one that I use and it is one that I do find to be very successful for me, both in Clan War League and Clan Wars and in Legend League. So this is the layout. This is the scout view photo mode, and this is what it looks like with all the traps. So as you can see, there's a Tesla farm on the right, and the town hall surrounded by tornado traps and skeletons and seeking air mines and all the good stuff. So yeah, I think this is also a great base. Let's move on to the 5th base. So for the last base here, it is the beginning of a brand new league day, and in fact a brand new league season. And you can see I've defended 3 times already with this base, or as I like to say, thrice. And I've gotten 1-star twice and 2-star only once. So the replays are right here, obviously. One guy got only the town hall and he got 1 star and he didn't get 50%. The other guy didn't get the town hall and one guy did okay. So I think I would prefer to show you this replay where it does get 2-starred by an okay attack, because this guy does do a nice queen walk. His funnel isn't perfect, but he does recover later, so we're going to just see speed up right here and see where he starts. It's some Asian guy. So he's going to start his queen walk here at the bottom any second now. Speed this up. Okay, so there you go. He drops his queen. And he drops 3 wall breakers, and he freezes the, what's it called? The Inferno Tower, so that he can get into that wall. And now the queen's going to take some of this trash. He's going to drop 2 baby dragons on the sides to funnel his queen and his Grand Warden inside the base towards this Inferno Tower and that air defense. The air defense on the left is going to take out that baby dragon. The one on the right is going to take the one out on the right. And the queen and the warden are going to move in here. They're going to take out that multi, and he's going to drop a Coco Loon to try and see if there's any SAMs around there or any traps in general, so he can protect his healers. So his queen's under a little bit heavy fire, so he's going to drop a rage spell. His air defense is his healers are getting targeted by the air defense, so he does freeze it, which is good on him because now he has to get through this wall with no wall breakers, and his healers are still in range of this air defense, as you can see right there. So he drops his wall wrecker on the side there in the meantime, as well as his king and a couple of witches all the way on the right to try and funnel them inward towards the base right here, so he could get into this eagle compartment. He wants his wall wrecker to break in there, but unfortunately it's too little too late, and he activates his ability on the right for his king to try and speed up the funnel a little bit, but it doesn't do much for him, and all his troops start funneling around the side. But he does pop his warden ability, pops a rage spell. Some of the bowlers get pulled in there because of my queen. A Sam takes out a loon right there. I think that one came out of his clan castle. No, actually, no, he had Pekka Ice Golem in there, so I guess that must have been a Coco Loon. And my Hound comes out of the clan castle, and he drops a poison spell on it. So this Ice Golem that he has coming out of his wall wrecker is going to pop. And as you can see here, because all this trash is so spread out, he actually was able to funnel his troops inward towards the Town Hall with a jump spell and a rage spell. Now his Pekkas are going to take out my Town Hall, as well as his Queen's ability, but now his Queen and the Warden are stuck on the Lava Hound. So while they're stuck there, all these Pekka are going to get taken out. These bowlers on the side are going to get taken out. His king's just going to run around the base. So realistically, for him to get a 3-star, he would need something to take out this entire section right here. This Inferno Tower, this Air Sweeper, this Inferno Tower, this. So even though this was a good attack and the best out of 3, he really didn't have a chance at 3 stars, which is really, really good for us, because if we can get just 1 3-star on offense, then it counters basically all 3 of those defenses. And as you can see here, with 2 seconds left, his king goes down, this last archer goes down. He's going to end at 2 stars, 84%. There's still a lot of defenses up. Just really no hope for him to get a 3-star. So yeah, that one, in my opinion, is by far the best base. So if you stuck around this far into the video, good on you, and I recommend you try out this base above all the other ones. They're all great, but this one's probably the best. So good for you to stick into the end of the video, and there's your little treat. Well, everyone, it's now the end of the video, and here comes the time where I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that these bases help you out until Town Hall 13 gets released. If you did like this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, or you have any requests or suggestions for future videos like Anxiety Free Leaf did, let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. Post new Clash of Clans videos every single Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And while you're at it, check out some of my other content, because I think I got some good stuff out there. Peace.